Hello everyone, I'm Jay Fair on air and you're watching 30 Plus and Counting Sunday Inspiration. Today we are focusing on a man who stepped out on faith and started a business that has become a staple in Southwest Georgia. That man is Nicholas Big Nick Harden. Let's check out his story.
The inspiration comes from everything that I've been around all my life. My dad, my parents, definitely big in music. My father was, he loved music. I love music, DJing, promoting with the clubs, doing everything, and all kinds. If you look around, it's a little bit of all that.
With a bag of chips on the side, or in this case, some macaroni and cheese to make you slap your mama, Nicholas Harden opened Big Nick's Barbecue in May of 2015 after years of building a base to support his vision. Although the restaurant is a success, Big Nick's story isn't as overnight as it may seem. He's done it all from customer service to being an on-air DJ and working in promotions.
We started off at Star 105.3 with Killer Brew, and went from there to 96.7, and then back to Hot 102.7, and then started 107.9 The Beat. So been around for a while.
After years of working in radio, Nick began to feel a need for change.
I promoted clubs and had parties. Actually on a club or two before this, and getting older, I'm like, I don't know about that scene, but I love to entertain.
And cook. Nick dove into the restaurant industry head first, opening a rhythm and blues cafe.
It was a learning experience. It was a good restaurant. We had a lot of support from the community. It was downtown. People came and we just didn't know what we were doing on the back end. You know what I mean? We could cook food, we get people in the building, and it worked.
But the success was short-lived. The restaurant closed. With a fan base still hungry for his food, he joined forces with family to give the people what they wanted.
Myself, my mother, one of my guys that's with me still, Mike Anderson. We got out. He was the man on the grill. I was, good with getting folks and just adding, my little flair to it. And we put it all together. And we used to, go into my kitchen, my small kitchen at home, and we started making places. And in spite of not having a brick and mortar establishment, this newly formed team hit the roads, driving to their customers. We would start with the elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, different companies across the city, and we would say, hey, we're serving this. We'll let them know like a couple days in advance. Hey, put your order in, and it went from 20, 30 plates to 300-400 plates sometimes on a Friday afternoon, and it kept growing and growing. So much so that the radio man knew it was time to take another leap of faith and open a restaurant. So I'm driving, and I'm like, man, we got this base of people. I'm driving down Bay Tree, and I see this spot that, and I used to come here actually when I was at college, to Las Banderas, and I saw it, and I said, wow, that might be my spot, that might be my place. And a lot of people looked at me crazy because there's a lot of work to do in here, and I didn't have a lot of resources financially. But I said, you know what? I prayed about it, and I knew that I had a base of people. I've been blessed to be able to touch folks, and folks, come to wherever I am, and I knew I had that. If I could just somehow manage to get this open, I knew that I would have people. And or folks in here and customers, and then the trick was to keep them. You know what I mean? I knew I could get them. I just had to keep them once I got them. Once the doors opened, the atmosphere of funk, soul, and pop culture made a perfect combination with the platters of food served up by the friendly staff. Yeah, love. We always say we put love in it. It is truly our family. My mom, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law is back there. And other host of friends and family, and so fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. So we got the soul food covered in. One soul food, got barbecue for you, ribs, brisket, chicken. And then if you don't want that, I got some wings and some chicken tenders. Even got seafood. So I have a pretty extensive menu.
And 90% of the menu is cooked from scratch. Where do they do that? Big Nick's. It's a magical fusion that keeps the customer satiated time and time again.
It might be the mayor, sitting out here, and then you might have Joe Blow, the construction worker, or you might have, the fire chief, or whoever, and it's a melting pot, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. They all come in and have a good time, and all this stuff is like, we're not paying attention to none of that. We in here, we eating good, we listen to some good music, and it works. The culture that we've been able to create in here is, when we say welcome to the family, we really mean that. It's like welcome to the family.
And not only is Nicholas Harden putting in extra time at the restaurant, he's also using his godly favor to bless others in the community.
One of the big things we have is the Toys in the Hood that we do every year. That's one of our platforms where we're able to get out in several agencies. We actually get names and kind of a wish list type thing.
This is in addition to working with other community organizations. Now that Nicholas has found his lane, he says those looking to do the same should take a lesson from a term coined by Nike and just do it.
Man, we are still young. I'm in my 30s, you know what I mean? And we are still young, the environment ain't going, and just because you just start your dream at 20, I was 33 when I started this. Of course, I've done other things before this, but, you can still do it. Don't give up on your dream, what you want to do. Go back to school if that's what you want to do, you know what I mean? It's never too late for that. I think these are some of the best years. Some of us probably have kids who are older, a little older now, or at least old enough to so that we can move and shake. So these are good years. You know what I mean? Take advantage of it or whatever. So it's not too late. It's not too late.
Remember, there are no late bloomers in life, only those who arrive in their own time. If you feel it's time for you to do something significant, go out and do it. If you want to know more about Big Nick's story or the location of his restaurant or any other information, log on to www.30plusandcounting.com. I'm Jay Fair On Air, and you are watching 30 Plus and Counting Sunday Inspiration. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye-bye.